Hey, it's Jed here. What's going on? In this video, I want to break down exactly how we're booking 100 plus meetings every single month for our partners and ourselves using one simple LinkedIn posting strategy. So in this video, I want to break down exactly how we're using this leveraged LinkedIn posting strategy to bring in more than 100 plus niched ICP meetings every single month without needing to lift a finger for more than 1 to 2 hours every single week. Okay, now this strategy allows for you to cut through all of the noise that's out there on social media, everyone telling you to optimize for clicks, likes, views, comments, whatever it might be. That isn't optimal if you actually want to get conversions. So I'm going to just completely cut out all of the fluff, and I'm going to break down exactly how you can book these meetings without optimizing for likes or, views. So let's just jump straight in, right? So niche content is 100,000 times better than viral content on LinkedIn if you actually want to get clients, right? If you want to convert clients, niche content is going to be your best friend. If you don't care and you just want people to view your profile and just look at you and know who you are, create viral content, optimize for viral content, likes, clicks, whatever it may be. But if you actually want to convert and close clients using LinkedIn, you need to start posting niche content. Right. So as I mentioned, I've booked near enough 450 meetings for myself and my clients in the past 90 days. That's around 100 a month, using this one niche LinkedIn posting strategy. So when niche posting on LinkedIn, you want to optimize and you want your conversations to literally convert and equal meetings, right? Your conversations don't want to lead to dead ends. You want to be having these conversations and booking meetings. Okay. And that's the only thing you should be optimizing for. You shouldn't be optimizing for anything else. So, as I said, I want you to watch the rest of this video to find out how I booked 450 calls in 90 days using LinkedIn and nothing but LinkedIn. As you can see here, I got the receipts. 438 meetings created, 381 of those actually showed up. That's a 75+% show rate. So, listen, viral posts get seen. That's inevitable. Niche posts actually get remembered by your ICP. So, take a step back. Would you rather have 100,000 people view your posts and forget it in 2 hours? Or would you actually rather have 50 people view your post, comment, interact with it, that are your ICP, and they actually remember it? Okay? That's so significant, right? So one targeted post seen by 50 buyers is far better than one that got 5,000 likes from the wrong audience and people that genuinely just don't care and don't want to buy your service or your offer. So likes don't pay. That's simple. That's a given across all social media platforms, but specifically LinkedIn, right? But relevance actually does. So you can go viral with generic entrepreneurial mindset content and still have a £0 pipeline, right? So look at this. Attention without intention leads absolutely nowhere. So you need to have intention within your content, right? So you're growing your pipeline constantly. Now, that's where niche content comes in. So niche content is the kind of content that actually addresses a specific pain point or kind of the aspiration of your ideal client. So, it's what creates inbound interest from people already in buying mode. So creating niche content on LinkedIn is going to attract people that have buying power and buying intent for something like your service or your offer. So if you've got somebody that's struggling with, paid ads via Meta, right, and you can portray that in a niched post on LinkedIn, you're far more likely to convert that person than you are if you post a generalized, viral post and get 100,000 people to view it, because posting niche makes you seem like the expert, right, or portrays you as the expert. So a little bit about LinkedIn's algorithm. So LinkedIn's algorithm optimizes for engagement. Right? Now, as I said in the beginning of the video, your business should not optimize for engagement. The only thing you should be optimizing for is conversions and booked calls. That's all you should be optimizing for. So when you chase trends, which is, I did it when I began on LinkedIn, I inevitably chased trends. I wanted likes, I wanted views, I wanted followers, I wanted connections, I wanted it all. It doesn't matter. No one cares, right? It's worthless. So don't waste your time. So when you chase trends, you're speaking to the masses. Unless you want to speak to the masses because you've got a broad offer, right, that can help multiple different people, then it's worthless, right? But if you're trying to sell a mid to high ticket offer, the masses aren't your target market. They're not the people you want to be talking to, right? You literally don't need everybody. If you're selling a high ticket or a mid ticket offer, you literally just need the right few people to convert every single month to hit your quota. So niche ICP focused content may get fewer reactions, right? But if you can get over that, shiny object syndrome of, oh, I want more likes, I want more comments, I can promise you'll make 10 times more money, because getting fewer reactions actually acts as a magnet for serious buyers who see your offer and think, that's exactly what I need. Not, having 100 people liking and commenting on your post just because it's something that they might need, right? Targeting the specific few people that you want and you want to take on as clients, right? And them saying that's exactly what they need, your conversion rate is going to absolutely skyrocket, okay? So, listen, you literally just need to optimize for conversions. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to take, right? So more posts equals more pipeline. Better messaging equals better monetization. So if you're posting every single day but speaking to nobody directly, you're literally just generating noise. And you want to cut straight through the noise, because if you're gathering and garnering noise on LinkedIn, you are going to get some of the worst quality leads known to man. But if you do it right and you post correctly, you will get the highest quality leads off of any platform, I would say, other than YouTube, because YouTube is still king, right? But LinkedIn is insane if you want to get some high ticket clients quickly and efficiently. So niche content kind of communicates your domain authority. So it shows you actually understand the nuance of your prospect's world. If you can show and portray to your prospect that you know the problem and the pain that they're dealing with, you are far more likely to garner their trust and actually convert them as a client. So it builds your trust faster than any vanity metric like likes or comments or views or whatever it may be. Okay, so you need to start optimizing for people that actually are going to convert. So people don't buy because because your post resonated with them. They actually buy because your post proved you get their problem. Okay, especially if you're selling a high ticket offer, right? The best thing you can do is portray to your client that you actually understand where they are and you can provide that solution of where they want to get to and how you can fix it. So the best posts don't try to go viral. They just try and convert. So that's why you see on YouTube and Instagram these small accounts and these small creators that are getting maybe 50 likes a post, but they're converting more than you ever would or ever have. It's because they actually just try and convert. They don't try and go viral. So they have strong hooks, they portray clear pain points, and their CTAs are designed to actually drive action. They're not soft CTAs that are just trying to kind of put some intent within the lead. They actually are there to drive action straight into your ICP. So your dream clients aren't there to drop flame emojis or comment all these different keywords or whatever it may be. They're there lurking, watching, and actually clicking on what you're posting and what you're doing so they can, maybe hang around for a little bit and garner, okay, is John actually who he says he is? Can he actually do this? Has he got the knowledge? Right? So they're lurking, waiting until the point where their brain goes, right, yeah, John knows what he's doing. Let's book a call with him. So give them something built for them to click on, right? If you can garner their attention, especially in the attention economy, and you can get them to click on your post, I can promise you, again, your conversion rate is going to skyrocket, okay? So when you're niche, you're memorable. When you're broad, you're forgettable. So they're two really important things you need to remember. When you're niche, you're memorable. When you're broad, you are forgettable, right? So you want to be memorable because that's going to make you stand out in the crowd and actually position yourself as that category 1 expert. So most creators try to appeal to everybody. Nobody cares, right? If you're targeting agency owners, who cares about the solar energy company owner that's viewing or liking your post? Nobody cares about them. Just target the people that are actually within your ICP, right? No one cares about the other people, right? It's the harsh truth, but it's not worth your time, right? You're then kind of going into that derivative of, oh, I want those likes, I want, these founders to see me. Nobody cares. Target your ICP, your conversions will skyrocket because you'll be the expert. That's it, right? That's why they blend in, right? Those creators that try to appeal to everybody. When you're actually messaging laser specific, right, to your market's pain, you instantaneously stand out of every single other person or creator or business owner that's offering the same thing as you, right? If you can, create a message that's laser specific to your market's pain, you're going to stand out instantly because the people are going to want to go to you because you're the one that understands their pain, right? So as I said, it positions you as a category or in a category of one expert, not a commoditized generalist that's selling anything to anybody because they don't understand their ICP. So in a noisy feed, precision is what's actually going to win attention, right? And in the attention economy, if you can get eyeballs of your ICP on what you're actually offering and what you're selling, right, you're going to gain wallet share. That's it, right? It's simple. So listen, if you're not posting to your ICP's level of awareness, you're invisible. That's it. You don't exist. You're not here. You're not anywhere. Okay. So your content isn't meant to actually entertain people, obviously, unless you're going for the entertaining content. And if that is the case, you may as well get off LinkedIn because it's not worth your time. Okay. So it's meant to create frictionless demand with your ICP. So every word should repel the wrong people and magnetize the right ones. That's so important, right? If the wrong people are attracted to your content, your entire strategy is wrong and you need to restart. So the words within your content or your content in general, the people that it's not for should be repelled from it and not interested and scroll past, right? But the people it is targeted towards, so let's say in your circumstances, it's marketing agency owners, it should magnetize them straight to your content. So every post should be an entry point to your pipeline. So ideally, every niche post that you create, you should be getting anywhere from 1 to 5 leads every single post. Okay? So it's not a performance, right? It's for the algorithm. You're not sat here dancing around for the algorithm or making it work in your favor. You are just hard targeting the people that you want to target. So here's what you want to do. You just want to build for conversion, write for your buyers, and speak their pain. Okay? And that is exactly how you turn content into cash. So there's a few things I wanted to show you here. So let's go straight back up to the top. So back to the likes don't pay, but relevance actually does. So as you can see here on one of my most recent lead magnet posts, which, bear in mind, didn't get a heavy conversion in terms of likes, right? So perfect. 61 people liked, 81 comments. But this is the most important part right here, the reposts. I put a CTA at the bottom. Repost, let me get that out of the way. Repost, and I'll send you over the top 100 outbound messaging sequences, normally only accessible for my clients. Okay? In my offer, I have a deliverable that is based around outbound systems on LinkedIn, Instagram, wherever it may be, whatever their acquisition channel may be. We run outbound messaging campaigns. Okay? So I know the 8 people that have reposted this post struggle with or want access to the top 100 outbound messaging sequences. That's in my offer. So there are 8 people instantaneously that want my offer or have buying intent towards something like this. Okay, so me being able to put a hard CTA on the bottom of my post to convert more people is by far one of the best tactics I've found for these niche posts. Because out of the 80 comments here, half of them are going to be within my ICP, or maybe even more than that, like 75%. But these 8 people actually want something that I'm offering. So I can then start to target them and reach out to them. Okay, so another thing here on the LinkedIn algorithm section. So every single one of those comments, as I mentioned, is within my ICP to some degree, but around 75% actually have buying intent and can purchase, right? So I target anyone that offers a B2B service. So as you can see here, I did cross out the names and the company names for obvious reasons, but co-founder, founder, funnel marketing, information growth strategist, company owner that helps people get more qualified leads, co-founder, CEO, that are all in my ICP. So they offer a B2B service to companies that actually helps them scale, and I can help them scale that offer. Okay. And that's the power of these posts, right? I'm getting these every single day commenting on my posts. This is just the top of my funnel. Okay. And then we go over here. So people don't buy because your post resonated. They buy because it actually proved that, you understand and get their problem. So as you can see here, the problems which I portrayed in this post are right here. So people that actually struggle to get customers from their landing pages. So quick course on how we got 33 customers in 30 days using one AI built landing page. Okay. Warp's AI ecosystem and how to actually leverage another acquisition channel like Instagram or close friend stories. If people struggle with sales development, we've got 50 SDR templates that actually convert at 400%. Let me get out of the way because you can't see the next one. AI lead gen infrastructures. If people are struggling with lead gen and want to actually drive it with AI because it's saving them some time, right, and probably money, that's one problem there. And whether they struggle with prompting, actually having a content engine to post content, or resources to kind of scale without paid ads or cold DMs, right? All of this here is one of the problems that is actually targeted towards my ICP. So they're commenting because they want access to, if not all of these things, at least one, because it's a problem they're dealing with. Okay. And this is the resource that I gave them access to. As you can see, it's a really, really simple lead magnet that breaks down, you got the quick courses here. You got quick guides, and then, down here you would have different breakdowns of different resources and how to leverage them. Okay. So there's so many things that you can do in or with LinkedIn niche posting that is going to bring you conversions. So I just want to go over to my LinkedIn page here, and I want to show you some things that are actually bad and what are good. Okay, so as I mentioned when I first began on LinkedIn, I was connecting with anybody, I was connecting with everybody, right? So I knew my ICP from the beginning. I was targeting solar companies and like plumbers and electricians and whatnot. And whenever I was starting out, I was connecting with anybody. And I can remember this one time I connected with 10 people that owned caravan. They would sell caravans to people. Why do that? That's not beneficial to anybody because it's not bringing me a conversion, And on the odd circumstance, they might refer me to one plumber or one roofer or whatever it may be. But that's, a 1 in 100 chance. So actually having content that's converting and targeted towards your ICP is what's super significant. And having an awful follower list or connection list is what's also going to convert and bring your ICP towards your content. Because if your network is filled with people that are, in random pointless jobs that aren't anything to do with you or your business, it's going to mess up your algorithm completely. Okay. Some other things here, right? This post is done one of the best for me, right? Especially with this strong CTA at the bottom, as I mentioned, right here. But my posts constantly are getting 11,000 impressions. What did this one get? 17,000, 36,000, 10,000, 6,000, 8,000, 84,000. You get the point, right? And, in these circumstances here, where these posts have gone somewhat viral, I'm not sat here optimizing for virality. That's not what I'm optimizing for, right? As you can see here, this post is targeted towards people that actually want a content engine. In my offering, we offer a content engine for people that actually want to grow using content, okay, and add that other free acquisition channel. So they get access to the complete content engine, detailed workflows, right? And again here, 20 people have reposted. So I know those 20 people are actually struggling with one of these few things, right? And then I can start reaching out to them. One of this post here, they got 2,600 comments, right? This is based and targeted towards people that actually are struggling with one of these departments that they want to automate. So whether they want to automate sales, marketing, customer support, copywriting, SEO, whatever it may be, right? It's targeted towards these people that are struggling with this problem, right? And then what I can go ahead and do is these 2,600 comments, I would say, obviously the more comments, the less likely as I said, virality isn't going to convert as well. So I would say 42% to 50% of the people that have commented on this post are within my ICP, right? Which is still 1,250 people. Okay. So, and I know they're struggling with one of these things, and I have offerings within my systems that can help them with one of these things, right? Again, if we go up a little bit here, this post here, people struggle with validation within their offer, right? Or struggling to validate their offer. I know that every single person that's commented on here struggles with offer validation, so I can help them with that. Again, here, the same kind of post, targeting these different departments or divisions. And then finally here, this SEO and SERPs analysis agent that completes full SEO and SERPs analyses. So breaks down everything here. And I know every single, out of the 273 people that commented and reposted, I know that these people are going to be struggling with that and they want help with that. Okay. So all of my posts are targeted towards people that actually have a problem, right? I know the problems within my market and I know how to solve the problems. So niche LinkedIn posting is far better than anything else, right? It's worthless going for virality. But obviously on the back end of all of that, you need to have a system in place on the back end to convert these people, right? So it's pointless you having these people within your ICP comment and then you sending the resource to them or messaging them and then not knowing what to say after, a few messages. It's worthless. So you need to have a solid back-end conversion system. So in the comments, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to drop a link to a Notion page which breaks down my entire back-end conversion system. And you can literally copy and paste the messages for your own posts, and then you can start converting straight from there. Okay, so everything that I've gone over in this video is super important in terms of actually wanting to grow with a free acquisition channel. Right, I've cut company CPL by 80% from $150 to $20 just by using this system and this strategy. Okay, so this is where my proposition comes to you. So if you are an agency owner, if you are a coach, or just in general a B2B founder, right, and you want to get 3 to 7 ready to buy clients weekly without ads, complex funnels, or a big team, right, I want to propose something to you. So we will help you build a complete acquisition infrastructure that will bring in, as I mentioned, 3 to 7 plus high intent, qualified, ready to buy booked calls to your funnel and in your calendar every single week. We've worked with 70 plus coaches, consultants, and agencies and actually helped them scale, right? So all of our systems are built for churn rate reduction, lifetime value maximization. We optimize, if you're not already there, for 65 to 85% margins using AI and leveraged AI systems to help you automate and delegate different tasks. We guarantee 10 to 25 hyper-qualified leads per month, and then PRL leads. So 3 to 7 of those every single week, which is payment-ready leads. So our systems are here in 2 different ways. If you are an agency owner, coach, or a consultant, and you are looking for a high ticket offer that can be white labeled and you can sell to your clients, right? That is price, in terms of price, range between, obviously depends on your service offering, but it can be from $3 to $25K, right? Or you're an agency owner, coach, or consultant that is looking to scale autonomously without the headache of complex funnels, running ads, keeping an eye on the creatives, or kind of building a big team. That's where our systems can help you. So if you want to be booking 3 to 7 plus ready to buy clients in your calendar every single week using different acquisition systems like the one that I've just showed you on LinkedIn with backend optimizations or cold email infrastructures and outbound messaging systems, there's a link below for you to book a call for a free funnel audit. We will audit your entire funnel from A to Z and your actual acquisition systems and break down and show you where the nooks and crannies are and how you can fix this to get this result and what you can do to move forward. Okay, so that link is down below. Book a call with me, right? Or it'll be me or my team, and we'll go down and break down your whole acquisition system and your funnel so then you can start optimizing for, different conversions on different platforms and whatnot. So listen, let's go back to the beginning here. before we end off this video. So I want you to remember that niche content is 100 times better than viral content on LinkedIn if you actually want to get clients. If you don't want to get clients, then I don't know why you watch the video in the first place. But niche content is just far better, right? So viral posts get seen, niche posts actually get remembered, okay? So I just need you to remember these things, okay? All of this is for me and my clients. There's so many ways that you can leverage niche posting on LinkedIn to actually grow sustainably day in, day out. But this is the best way to do it that I found in the past 90 days to, 6 months. So I really appreciate you watching this video. I really appreciate you watching the entire way through. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments. But obviously, if you are one of those B2B founders that wants help scaling or wants a, white label done for you service, book a call below and we can chat some more. Thanks so much. I appreciate you watching. Bye.